Sarah, good morning. Thanks for joining us. This is, I would imagine, a much more nuanced story from a business perspective than it seems. And here's why. On the surface, we can all agree that there is no room for hate speech anywhere. However, these platforms are desperate to not be labeled publishers, correct? That they are not responsible for content generated by users, because if they are, they open themselves up to a world of hurt. I would imagine Facebook and others, Facebook just being the biggest, have got to walk a very narrow legal line here.
Yes, they do, Brian. And it's also very important to their business. If Facebook, Twitter, and other social platforms were to start moderating content from their users, they would have a lot less content to produce and to show people. And then they would have a lot less inventory to run ads. So it's critical that these platforms maintain a hard line for their business and try not to, meddle and moderate with too much of the content that's being uploaded on their platforms. But at the same time, look at that billboard you've got there of all the companies boycotting, pulling their ads from Facebook and some other social platforms because they're fed up with this policy. If you're a big company, Diageo, Hershey's, Patagonia, do you want your ads running next to some potentially harmful or violent content? No. And so this is their way of putting social media platforms in check and saying, we're not going to tolerate our ads potentially showing up against bad content on your platforms, no matter how cheap those ads are and no matter how efficient they are from a targeting perspective.
Okay, but here's the thing about Facebook, which maybe a lot of casual, viewers and users do not understand. Number one, they own Instagram. Everybody knows that. So I wonder if this boycott also applies to the gram. But Facebook owns the Facebook ad network. So basically, they've got almost, I would call it a third-party ad business where they will place ads on things like TikTok and other smaller social media platforms. Do we know if this boycott might expand to that, or is it just the actual Facebook platform?
A lot of these boycotts cover Facebook-owned platforms within the ad network. So that would be Facebook and Instagram, which are the two apps that run ads. Facebook also owns things like Messenger and WhatsApp, but to date, those things don't run a lot of ads. You make a really good point, though, Brian, which is when you have a big ad network like this, you have so much inventory, the rates are really cheap and efficient. And so when it comes to this boycott, everyone's asking me, is this going to actually impact Facebook's bottom line? They're set to report earnings in a few weeks for the third quarter. And this is what I have to say about it. Probably not. If you were to take a look at what the top 100 brands spent on Facebook collectively last year, it's still 6% of their revenue. Facebook makes the majority of their money from small and medium-sized businesses around the world that can't afford to buy ads on TV. And they have no other choice. And so this boycott is a huge pressure on the street because reputationally it's a problem. But is it going to impact their revenue long term? At this point, it's looking unlikely.